What's up everybody, Watt007 here and welcome back to a brand new video on this YouTube channel. And today I'm going to be taking a look at this game called ZenonZard. Now for all you guys that don't know what ZenonZard is a very unique anime themed AI based card game where you can actually duel with artificial intelligence to help you out and win fights. Now as you guys can see on the screen right now, I'm in the middle of a battle in ZenonZard, and don't worry, I'll get you guys all the details on how this game works later in this video, but I wanted to be in the battle screen right now to showcase to you guys some of the cool things about this game. Now first things first, one really cool thing about this game is that you get to partner up with an AI. As you guys can see on the screen right now, I got a cute blue and black haired waifu. Got her in that swimsuit outfit because it's summertime and you gotta rep your waifus in the swimsuit outfit. So I'm rocking this character right now and she's my partner AI throughout this game. What's cool too is that there's actually 16 different AI characters that you guys can choose from in the game, and when you first load up the game, you actually get to choose from one of 16 different characters, and then as the more you play this game, you actually unlock these unlock tokens to unlock some of the other AIs. So you can build up your collection, unlock all the AIs, but you get to choose one right away, which is really cool. And like I said, I'm a sucker for waifu, so I had to go with the waifu character. But you can also see on the left hand side of the screen with the little overlay I made for this video, there's a lot of really cool characters with some awesome designs, and we'll look into them later in this video. But as you guys can see, we have some really cool AI. What's awesome about the AI is that they actually team up with you in battles against other players in AI. They give you tips on how to play the game, and the more that you play with these AI, the more that they develop a playstyle similar to yours, and you can basically team up and win a bunch of games with you and your AI the more you play this game. Another really cool feature about this game is the mana system, and the mana system is utilized to basically summon your cards in the game. What makes the mana system so unique though compared to other card games is the fact of how much different ways you can utilize the mana in this game. The most basic form to utilize mana in this game is just to summon into your creatures, but you can also do a lot of cool things like use existing creatures on your field to send them back to your mana zone to get more mana to summon into bigger creatures. You can also utilize the mana zone to summon minions that you threw back onto your mana zone to basically summon them onto the field again. So if you don't need to utilize them for mana anymore, you can just summon them back onto the field. I'll explain all the details later in the video, but as you guys can see, there's a lot of really cool stuff you can do in this game. A couple other things I want to mention about ZenonZard before we get into the nitty-gritty of the game is the fact that one thing is really cool is that while you're battling against your enemy's AI or your opponent's AI, you can actually take your time with the game, because since you're not playing against an actual player, you're just playing against this artificial intelligence that is based off of the player that plays it. You can take your time and really figure out the combos and whatnot that you need to go for, because at the end of the day, it is an AI. But don't worry, there still is PvP elements to this game, and you can actually still battle against real people. So don't worry, if you want that real challenge, you can do that too. Also with this game is that it has a huge card pool of over 500 different cards in the game, and there's 7 different categories to build your decks. So for a brand new game, there's already a lot of stuff that you can really try out in the game and build some really awesome strategies, and I'll show you guys what deck I've been playing after learning about this game in today's video. And yeah, if this game has interested you so far from what I've already shown you in today's video or throughout watching this video, if you guys are interested in trying out ZenonZard today, be sure to go take a look at the link in the description down below. I'll have a download link for this game, and if you guys download it through that link, you actually support me as a content creator and you get to try out this awesome new mobile game. But yeah, thank you so much to ZenonZard for sponsoring today's video, and without further ado, let's get into the nitty-gritty on this awesome new mobile card game. Now when you first download ZenonZard and get through the game, you're gonna go through this like introduction tutorial phase of the game, and it's gonna basically show you what the universe is, and it's gonna ask you some questions about yourself. And then once you go through the tutorial, you can actually get into this select a codeman screen, and this codeman screen right here showcases you the 16 different codemen that you guys get to choose from while playing this game. Now when you answer the questions throughout the tutorial, it's gonna give you some recommendations on which codeman is gonna best suit you based off the questions that you answered. But don't worry, you get to choose any one of these AIs that you get to want. So even though the game is going to tell you which ones are going to be most compatible with you, you can choose whichever one you want. It doesn't really matter. And for me personally, this character right here, I don't know how to pronounce her name, so I'm not going to try to mispronounce her name, but I chose this cute waifu character right here just because she is so dang cute, and I'm a huge sucker for waifu characters as it is. But yeah, me and her were not really that compatible based off the questions that I answered, but I am a sucker for blue-haired waifus, and I also like black-haired waifus, and since that this chick is literally black and blue haired waifu, I'm a sucker for her, okay? I might be simping for her soon. Save me, please. But as you guys can see on the screen right now, we have just so many different AIs in the game, and I gotta say, I really like the artworks on just all of these different AIs right here. We got this thief AI, we got this costume AI, we have this card dealer AI, entertainer AI, detective AI, she's a cutie. We got this comic book artist AI, we got this rescue AI. Shout out to Kenji from Overwatch, how you doing, bro? We have this martial artist AI, we have this tailor AI, we have this maid AI for all you guys that like the maids right there. We got this mascot AI, which is cool. We have this architect AI, and we have this police AI. I also like this guy too. I might unlock him soon because he's also a badass. So yeah, I gotta say, just so many really cool AIs in this game that I just really like the designs, and I think that they have a lot of really cool personalities. And yeah, if you don't like the AI that you choose, you can unlock other AIs later in the game. As you can see, you can actually get these keys right here, and you can actually use them to unlock other characters. So I might as well just unlock this guy right here because I think this guy's pretty cool. So let me go do that real quick. But yeah, as you guys can see, there's a lot of really cool different AIs in the game. And also with unlocking your other AIs, you also get to watch the prologue, because when I first chose the black and blue haired waifu, you actually get to go through the like prologue and get to learn the character. And with this right here, when you unlock some of the other AIs, you also get to see that unique prologue that you would have potentially missed out on if you didn't choose the characters first. But from unlocking them, you get to check it out, which is just awesome. Another thing I think I should mention about the AI in this game too is that there's actually different skins for the AI. So as you guys can see, my girl's rocking a summer outfit, which is awesome. Gotta love the summer set. But you can unlock different skins in this game. We have, you know, the default skin, the divine skin, the evolved skin, and we have the summer set skin that you guys can unlock through playing the game. And I'm gonna guess that they're gonna release more skins for these characters too, so it's gonna give the characters a fresh look every once in a while when they release new, you know, summer or just skins in the game in general. Now, enough talk about waifus and the husbandos. Let's go take a look at the main feature of this game. It's a card game. Let's go take a look at the decks and whatnot. Now, I've been playing this game for a few hours now, and there's still some things that I definitely need to learn because you can't master a card game from playing it for a few hours. So I'm gonna showcase to you guys what I've been working on so far and some of the deck features that you can utilize to help build your deck and whatnot, because what's cool too is that your AI can actually help you build a deck. As you guys can see, there's this little warning sign right here where your AI can give you recommendations on how your deck works and whatnot, so that's pretty cool. For now though, we're going to cancel any recommendations that she has, and I'm just going to showcase to you guys what I've been working on right now. And yeah, I can't wait to learn more about this game because there's just so much that I don't know about this game yet, but I'm going to show you guys my few tips and tricks that I have so far. Now, the deck that I've been playing in this game is this red deck right here, and I still got a lot of learning to do when it comes to this card game, but so far red has been a lot of fun for me to play. Red has a lot of these like burn cards and a lot of these aggressive red minion cards that you can really gain advantage early on in the game. We have a lot of really cool like spell cards right here. We can give your minions 300 DP, which I'll explain what that does later in the video. We also have a lot of these smaller creatures that you can put in any color deck, like Goblin Soldier, which is really cool. And as you guys can see, later on in the game, when you find cards that you really like, you can actually upgrade them to have animations, which I like a lot. But yeah, there's a lot of really cool creatures like Firebat. Firebat's really cool. When you summon this card, one of your opponent's minions lose 300 DP, and you can potentially knock out one of your opponents by summoning that creature. Is really cool. And one of my favorite cards in the game right now is Hellfire Dragon, where when you summon this guy for 9 mana, you can destroy all minions with 500 DP or lower. An insane card. And when you summon this card on the field, your opponent's like, which is just awesome right there. And yeah, so far I'm really liking red, but I still have a long way to go before mastering this deck. But I also want to showcase to you guys some of the other cool archetypes in this game. So if you're gonna play a yellow deck, yellow is very cool because it has a bunch of these like really cool like just animal type cards. We have like this Vortex magic card. Look at that artwork. That artwork is beautiful, but it's a lot of like winged beast creatures and a lot of like animalistic creatures, which is cool. Purple is also really interesting because it's a lot of just like, you know, zombie type monsters and a lot of like vampire and whatnot. Like, look at this right here, boys, waifu card right there. But yeah, as you guys can see, there's a lot of really cool stuff with purple. But purple is kind of like the like zombie death archetype that you can try out and collect cards for. Green is green. It's a lot of forest-esque cards and a lot of werewolf type cards, very similar to some other card games out there. So pretty straight to the point, but shout out to the forest cards right there. If you guys like forest decks, there you go. Blue is also pretty standard. It has a lot of water creatures in the game. game, which is cool. Definitely need to collect some more blue cards, that's for sure, because I barely have any blue cards in this set, but I wouldn't mind trying to learn how to play blue, because I do kind of like blue. It's one of my favorite colors. But yeah, blue is a bunch of just water minions and whatnot, which is awesome. And then last but not least, we have white, and it's a bunch of these like robotic mecha type cards, and honestly some of these are really cool. Like this guy looks awesome, so that's awesome. And then the last cards we have right here is just colorless. Colorless can be used in any sort of deck, so if you need some colorless cards to finish off your deck, if you can't finish your deck, like for example if you barely have any green cards like I do, you could finish off your green deck by adding some colorless guys to still boost the deck, which is really nice. Like I said earlier, my favorite card, Hellfire Dragon, can actually be used in any deck that I want because it is a colorless, so that's awesome. Also, if you ever get overwhelmed when it comes to just trying to figure out how to build your deck, you can always ask your AI for assistance on building your deck. You can click this button on the top right here and your AI will actually give you some advice on how to craft your deck. So as you guys can see, once this finishes loading, you'll actually get a new constructed deck thanks to the help of your AI to finish completing it. So if you're taking too long and you can't figure out what you want to do, there you go. It'll give you some suggestions on how to do it and whatnot, which is really cool. And one more thing I want to talk about before we go into a ZenonZard battle is I want to talk about Force real quick, because Force is also something else that makes this card game extremely unique. Now, Force is a really cool feature of this game, and it really adds another level of skill when it comes to crafting your deck and winning against your opponents, because what Force does is that it gives you bonus effects to really make your deck strong. For example, I have the Chiron Force and the Minotaur Force, and as you can see on the screen right now, the Chiron Force states reduce the basic cost of the magic cards in your hand by 2. So what this allows me to do is I can cast my magic cards early on in the game to stop my opponent from going into combos or give me advantage very early in the game, because these cards are now going to be so cheap to pay for with my mana. We also are rocking the Minotaur Force, where all damage dealt to my life by minions is reduced by 1. So if my opponent has minions that only can deal 1 DP, it's not really going to do much to me because of my Minotaur Force, which is just awesome. Now, what makes Force really risky in this game is the fact that depending on which Force that you utilize in this game, it actually lowers your life point count. So if I remove both of the Force right here, and as you guys can see, the middle life actually goes to 12. But the thing is though, is that you're forced to equip forces to your deck, so you really got to pick and choose. Do you want to rock more life compared to force, or do you want to rock just a lot of force and little life to really get advantage over your opponent? I'm still learning the game, so I don't know what the best force combo is at this moment, so that's why I'm rocking the Chiron and Minotaur Force. But yeah, if you want to like have a lot of life, you can just equip the Cyclops Force real quick, and you can equip the Chimera Force real quick, so then you still have a lot of life in the game, but your forces are going to be low. And another thing to keep in mind, and I'll talk about in detail when we go into a battle in this game, is that the forces also have a set amount of life, and if your forces go away, you lose those effects. So sometimes when you're battling your opponent, you want to try to attack their force as much as possible so it can shut down a lot of this stuff with their deck. So that's something to keep in mind too. But yeah, without further ado, let's go hop into a ranked battle so I can showcase to you guys some of the stuff in this game that makes this game super unique compared to other card games live in action. Okay, so I'm gonna go hop into a ranked match in this game to showcase to you guys some of the cool stuff about ZenonZard. But let me tell you what, boys, I'm probably gonna get smacked up silly because I'm still learning a lot with this game, and maybe you guys should download the game too to learn along with me when it comes to playing ZenonZard. But we're gonna go battle against an opponent right here, and I'll see what I can do when it comes to winning against our opponent. But yeah, for me it takes a lot of repetition to get really good at something. I'm not like a natural at anything, but you know what, we're out here and let's see what we can do. So we're going against somebody called a Reaper. That's pretty scary. Let's go see what deck that they're gonna be rocking. Okay, so it looks like they have 5 life, and then they have a 4 force and a 3 force, and it looks like they have the same one as us, where their magic cards are actually reduced by what was it, all their colorless is reduced by 2, which is insane. Now this hand's kind of interesting, but I think what I might want to do is I think I'm going to swap out one of these guys. Yeah, I think I'm going to swap one of these guys, and we're going to swap. Who else do I want to swap? I kind of like Emergency Mining Order later in the game. Early on in the game, that card's not too good. But at the beginning of the game, you actually can choose which cards you want to exchange for. So it's kind of like a mulligan, but you get to pick which ones you want to exchange for. But since we have 2 low cost cards in my hand, I'm going to go swap these cards out and see if we can get some bigger ones. Sweet, we got Cannon Golem, and we also got another red mana. Now with this game, when it comes to summoning colored creatures, we actually need to utilize these mana right here in order to summon into these colored creatures. And as you guys can see, when you look at the top left of each card, I'll tell you what cast you need to utilize to summon into this creature. So for example, Spike Lizard, I need to use a red mana. If I had a colorless mana, I wouldn't be able to summon him, but we're going to utilize our red mana right here, and we're going to be able to either activate our flash card right here, which you'll see later in the video, or we can summon our lizard. And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna summon our lizard real quick, because one, we get a lizard that can defend us, or we can actually put him in the mana zone and summon into this guy in the next turn. So definitely some options to consider, that's for sure. But yeah, I'm actually just gonna go end my turn right here, and we're just gonna go from there. Now let's see how good my opponent is, because they're probably a lot better than me, and there's probably going to be some cards that I don't even recognize when we're going against them. Okay, so we drew into another mana, so let's go activate that real quick. And also, I think, do I want to? I don't know if I want to yet. Actually, yeah, we're going to go put you in the mana zone, and then we're going to go summon into this right here. Or summon to Lizard Boy right here. This guy is also kind of cool because it gains 300 DP for the duration of this turn. So whenever I go attack my opponent, it actually gains some DP, which is really cool. And I think while we're here, let's go attack one of the forces. So one thing to keep in mind too about this game is that every time you summon a minion, most of the cases, the minions are only going to be able to attack the force right away. You're not going to be able to attack your opponent's life points, even if they have no minions on their side of the field. Some minions do have an effect where allow them to attack your opponent right away, but most minions can only attack the forces on the first turn that it's out. And if you do this, then you can't block with your minion anymore. But for now, let's just go take this out. I don't know if I want to go for that. But yeah, since we only have 100 force right here, or since this guy only has 100, what was it called again? BP. I'm just going to attack right away with him. Maybe not the best play, but that's what we're going to do here. And hopefully we can draw into some better cards soon. What we might need to do is that we might need to start taking out our mana creatures and putting them onto the field real quick. Goblin Soldier is a nice top deck though. Let's go put another red mana on the field. And maybe I could wait on it. I think I might actually wait on it. But yeah, what we're going to do, we're going to summon Goblin Soldier real quick. And then let's go start for a little bit of aggressive play, because when this guy attacks, he actually gains 300 DP to make him 400. So let's go attack him. Looks like I'm not going to play any card right here. I'm going to save my my flash. I'm going to save my flash for now. We actually dealt a damage to our opponent, which is really cool. So we're kind of in a good spot right here because we can defend with our Goblin Soldier, and we have a flash to lower our opponent's monster too. So we'll go see what they do though. Hopefully they're going to be a little aggro so we can like showcase what we can do right here. Okay. So we're going to activate our flash effect and lower the DP of his monster or his minion by 300. And then we're going to block with our goblin right here so we can take out their monster. There we go, boys. We got that sucker out of here. He's also going to put back his minions that he got onto the field back to his mana zone so he can start wrapping up or gaining some mana like crazy. Now, what we could do is we could return both of our creatures to summon into this guy. You know what? I might go crazy. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna put both of our guys in here. Oh wait, we only can put one of them at a time. You know what? That's okay. Then instead of going crazy and not summoning our big guy yet, we'll just summon this guy right here called Bomb Wall. I like this guy a lot because of the fact that we can actually get rid of one of our opponent's minions, and then we have a huge monster to defend with. So I'm okay with this. We dealt another damage to our enemy, which is just awesome right here, so we have some good advantage, but our opponent can easily turn things around. We'll see what happens. Oh, they drew into a really cool monster. Let's see what they do. Okay, they still passed their turn right away, though. That's fine. Okay, so now what we can do is that we can summon it into our big cannon golem, and I kind of want to do that. The only issue is, though, is that his monster doesn't lose all of the, BP. And still, I think I might be okay with it. Yeah, you know what? I'm okay with it. Yeah, let's go summon our big boy. Why not? Let's do it. And then we're going to go select both of those minions and make their attack go down. And then next up, we're going to go attack with our goblin. And let's see what our opponent does. Ooh, that's going to deal some bad damage to us. That's a nice combo because they lowered all of our minions to 300 DP and then utilized that card to get rid of the rest of them. Wow, that's crazy. Uh-oh, they're going to go for the attack right here. And honestly, I'm going to pass. I'm going to take the 2 damage. Let's see what else our opponent's going to do right here. They're going to also put that minion back to their mana zone, then summon a bunch of creatures. We're going to pass. I don't want to attack that right now. And looks like I'm going to have to start utilizing some of my mana and get some of my creatures on the field so we can defend with. We already have enough mana anyways, so we don't need to do anything crazy. So what we're going to do, let's see. Let's bring back this guy onto the field. Let's bring him back onto the field real quick. And then I don't think I can summon anybody else yet. We only can do 1 movement per turn. And then we're also going to summon this guy right here. So at least we have some stuff to defend with. And if this guy does get destroyed, we can draw a card. And next up, honestly, since we have a couple minions to defend with, and we have an instant or a flash that we can utilize to lower the DP of our opponent's monsters, we're just going to go swing real quick. Wow, Gravity Stream. I need to give myself some copies of Gravity Stream because that card is honestly crazy. That card is crazy. Okay. And you know what? I think I'm just going to pass right here. Yeah, we'll just pass right here. And I don't know if we'll be able to bring out any creatures. Yeah, so we're going to get hurt pretty bad here soon. We can't summon into anything else. So this might be a GG. I need to give myself copies of that card because that person played that card on us multiple times and just board wiped all of our monsters. Let's see, how bad are we going to get swung at? I am genuinely scared. Wow, all your other minions gain a bunch of DP and stuff too. Uh-oh. Okay, so it looks like we won't be able to annihilate that creature, so sadly we will need to take that damage. So we took some damage right there. Next up, we're going to have to activate this card right here and get rid of our opponent's monster. So we'll get rid of that right there. But I think it still doesn't matter because I think one of them has haste. Yeah, we're going to get attacked by there. And let's see, is this game over? It is game over because it kind of has like a haste ability where it can attack her life right away. Oh man, we got annihilated right there, that's for sure. We lost. You know what? For anybody that subscribed to my YouTube channel, don't be surprised that I lost because, as you've seen from my other videos, I do get clapped a lot too. So right now I'm in a practice match because I want to just give a heads up on some of the features in the game that you guys did see in the battle, but I just wanted to give some more focus on them for you guys. First things first is that every time that you're going to go for like an attack or whatnot, if there's an opportunity to activate a flash card, there's going to be a flash phase, and as you guys can see, this will allow you to get the opportunity to trigger one of your flash cards. Now in this instance, I'm not going to activate one of my flash cards, but as you can see in between the turns whenever you're attacking or whenever you're getting attacked, if you have the option to activate a flash card, you could be able to do so. Well, everybody, I think that's going to be it for today's ZenonZard video. If you guys enjoyed and you have not already, be sure to go hit the like button on the video down below. And if you guys enjoyed my personality or whatnot, be sure to go subscribe to my channel so you can see some more content from me. And like I said throughout today's video, if you haven't already and you guys are interested in trying this game out for yourself, go to the description down below and take a look at that download link for ZenonZard. That download link is going to direct you to where to download this game, and you guys can go give this game a shot and just let me know how good this game is. But yeah, if you go through that download link, you guys get to support me as a content creator and you get to try out this awesome new mobile game. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and I'll go see you guys in the next one. Adios, everybody.